Okay, hello everybody. So in this video, I'll try to, how do I say, tackle this algorithm called ALDEP. I'll explain how does it work and what are its characteristics. So if you are learning about this algorithm, most likely you are learning the subject named facility planning in the branch of industrial system engineering. So let's get started. Um, so now, what's the point? Why do we care about this algorithm like at all? So let's put this into some context. Imagine you are a business owner and you have a building, and your company has 10 different departments. Now, your task is how do we organize the department in a way that's the most optimal for, the communication flow, the personnel flow, the materials flow. So, for example, you will want to put your department in a way that maximize the material flows between department. For example, you don't want anything to obstruct the material pathway, that sort of thing. So if you play Tetris, my favorite game, just think of it like this. So these color bricks are like department. You try to put them in a way that just fits and makes sense. So yeah, that's one useful image to think of. Okay, welcome back. My Wi-Fi just died, so now let's get back to our video. So for the ALDEP algorithm, here we have 5 steps you can see on the screen, but the first 2 steps are the most important. So firstly, let's talk about department selection. After this step, what you will receive is a selection order table. So what the hell does that mean? Um, I'll tell you later. Now, for the step 1, department selection, right? These are all the steps. So let me show you an example. It's easier to talk through an example. So now, let's imagine we have a building, and that building is a 10 by 18 blocks. So we don't measure the building in meters square. Just think of our unit of measure is blocks. So the whole building has 180 square blocks, right? We have 7 different departments, and we have the area here for each of the department. Now, we also have the relationship matrix for the department. I assume that you already understand this, how to read this relationship matrix. If you don't understand how to read this matrix, you can request me in the comments. I'll do it if enough people want me to do it. So, for example, here we have some closeness value. So here we have A. So between Department 5 and 6, they have an A relationship, which is that it is absolutely necessary that these 2 departments sit next to each other. Let's see an example here. Department 7 and Department 4, it's not that important for them to sit next to each other. They can sit next to each other, it's fine. It's just not important. And here, we don't have any X here, but you need to remember that it's not important. It's like you mustn't put them together. So that is the relationship matrix. So here we have 7 department, right? Let's move to the first step. So as I mentioned earlier, the output of step 1 is the selection order table, which is this table. You want to fill in this table. Now, let's randomly select the first department as our step 1. Uh, I'll choose number 2. The reason here, random. Okay. Now, let's look at step number 2. We choose the second department with an A or E or I relationship with the first department. So, the first department we choose is department 2, right? So, let's see if we have any special relationship with department 2. So, we look here down the diagonal line. We don't have any A. So, let's see if we have any E. Okay, we have 2E, right? You can choose whatever you want, but I'll choose department one, because there's no A and one has a relationship with two. Okay, so that is my reason. Now, uh, after I choose department one, let me see. So down the line, there is also no A at all. And we already choose the relationship E here. So now, um, no A, no E, we must choose the relationship I. So, here we have I. So which department is that? One, two. Okay, so department 4 has an I relationship with department 1. So we put it here. 4. No A and E. And 4 has I relationship with 1. Okay, you just do. So we just repeat the process. Let me speed things up for you. So now, after we choose department 4, let's see, we look at these two diagonal lines. No A again, but we have an E right here. Oh no, it's with department 2. We already choose 2, so not that E. How about an I? I with 1. Okay, we already choose that too. So no A, no E, no I. What do we have left? Wait for me a minute. So no A. A is the most important. No E also. No I. So now we may choose O. Okay, we may choose O. Which one have O? No O too? Okay, so now we must choose U. Okay, U. Okay, U, we have 3, we have 6, we have 7. Just choose 3. No A, E, I, O. So I choose 3 randomly. Okay. Now, after we choose, one thing I forget to mention to you is that here we have been doing this step 3 if no department exists with the relationship you want. For example, no A, no E, no I, you just choose them randomly. And for the step 4, you need to remember that you always search for department having relationship with the last one, not all of them. So if you just choose department 3 in the step 4, you need to consider other department relationship with 3, not with 2, 4, or 1. Okay. So now, after we choose department 3 right here, let's see. Also no A, also no E, also no I. Oh, but we have O here. O1. Okay, we already choose 1, so no. Oh, we have one O right here in this line. O. So O here is number 3 and number 6. Okay, we choose department 6. No A, E, I. And 3 has O relationship with 3. Okay, now we have already choose department 6. Let's see. Here, these two lines. We have an A relationship right here with department 5. So we choose 5 because has relationship A with uh, 6. Okay. Now we only have one department left, which is number 7, right? I'm so sorry for that. My computer lose the internet again. I don't know why. So, we have already choose department 5, right? So now the only department we haven't chosen left is department 7, because it's the last department. Okay, so now the order here is 2, 1, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7. This is the output we want for this step, department selection. Okay, here, this is the output we want. We have already created the selection order table right here. Okay, so we have this order 2, 1, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7. Now, so what do we do after step 1, department selection? We move to step number 2, department placement. So there are 2 steps. You need to choose the sweep width, and you need to start the sweep from the upper left corner, from up to down, from left to right. So what the hell does that mean? Well, let me show you through our example again, okay? Mm, so here, this is I really need to repair my laptop after these things. So where do I say? Oh, now we move to the department placement, which is step number 2, right? So imagine, as I mentioned earlier, this is our building, okay? The area is 180 square, and we have the department and the area here. Now we choose the sweep width, so which means that we fill the department in. Um, Let me see. Okay, we have this order right here, which is the yellow cell. Let me copy it. So firstly, we will fill in the building from top to bottom, left to right, and the sweep width is 2 block. So we fill in the department 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. Uh, Okay, department 2 have 20 blocks, right? We already fill in 20 blocks for department 2. Next, we have department 1. If you haven't understood this yet, so we fill the building in a zigzag order like this, from top to bottom, from left to right. Okay, so after we choose department number 2 to fill in, let's move to department 1, which is 30 square. Okay, let me fill it. Okay, so now we have already filled in 30 square of number 1, which is department 1. Now let's move to department number 4, which is 30 square also. Let me fill in from left to right, from top to bottom. We go zigzag like this. Okay. Next is department number 3. We have 15 blocks. That's odd. 50. Okay. Uh, 3 like this. Okay, I guess. Next we have department number 6, which is 30 block. Okay. Let me count it. 5. So we need 25, right? 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 25. Okay. 6 and then department 5, 20 blocks. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And department 7, which is 30. Okay, let me count to make sure. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay, so yeah, now we have filled in the building with all of the department. This is our building. So here we have department 2. Here we have department 1, number 1. Here we have department number 1, department number 4, number 3, 6. The shape is a little bit odd. Yeah, so we have a department. The building plan, it looks like this. Yeah, so we have achieved what we want. So here's how you can structure the building. We have already complete the step number 2, right? Now we have the layout. Now, adjacency-based evaluation. Now we have to count to calculate the adjacency score for this layout. So why do you want to calculate this score? This score will show you how good the layout is. So let me show you how to calculate the score. So here you have the adjacency score. You can assign them whatever score you want. So A is the most important relationship, so you want to choose a very high number, and X is a mustn't relationship, so you assign it with a very big negative number. Now, adjacent department. So in case if you don't know what does adjacent mean yet, it's just a fancy word for next to. Okay. Now let's look at the layout we have right here. You can see that department 2 is next to department 1, right? So you can write 2 1. Okay. No, not like this. I'm sorry. 2 1. Okay. Now, is department 2 next to any other department? No. So we move to department 1. 1 is next to 2 and 4. We don't need to write 1 and 2 like this anymore because 1, 2, 2, 1, they are the same. So we only need to write 1 and 4. Okay, next, we have 4 and 3. We have 4 and 6. 3 and 4, 3 and 6. 3 and 4 and 3 and 6. We haven't have 3 and 6 yet, right? Okay. 6 and 5. 5 and 7. Okay, now we have all of the adjacent department. Now let's figure out the relationship. 2 and 1. What is that relationship? We need to look at this matrix once again. Let me copy it right here for you to see. So 2 and 1. 2 and 1. Look here. It is E, right? 2 and 1 is E. 1 and 4. 1 and 4 is I. Okay. 4 and 3 is U. 4 and 6 is U2. 3 and 6, how about that? 3 and 6 is O. 6 and 5, A. 5 and 7, I. Okay, so now we have the relationship here. The value, how do we find out the value? You just look here. Okay, so E, we have 16. 4, U is 0, 0, 1, 64, minus I is 4, right? Okay, there's no X, luckily. Now, let's calculate the score for this layout. How do we calculate? We just need to sum of the value here. Value here. Okay. So the total value here is 89 score for the adjacency score. So in a case, if you can find any layout that has a score higher than 89, you should use that layout instead of this one. Okay, so that's the whole process of the ALDEP algorithm. So here, step number 4, why do I say that you repeat the procedure? Like, why? Because remember, the first step in the department selection is that we randomly select the first department. So the layout you have at the end will depend on the first department you choose. So you can have like multiple layouts, and how do you compare those layouts together? You base on this adjacency score, as I mentioned before. The layout with the highest adjacency score is the best one. Okay, so you should do this thing multiple times, maybe using a computer, not like manually, like what I have demonstrated to you. Um, so I have some notes. Yeah, the final decision will depend on you, the facility planner, and it is really necessary for you to consider many alternatives. Let me show you the original file I found on the internet. So here, you can see that this is our layout, right? No, 2145673, 21436. Oh no, our layout is different. So based on your choice, you will have like multiple layout like this. Um, maybe my app is freezing. So basically, but based on your initial department you chose, you will have like very different layouts. So here you can see that these are a very two different layouts with different score. So really, you absolutely want to choose a layout with a higher score. So that is the whole like idea of this ALDEP algorithm. It you we want to run this algorithm multiple times to find out the best layouts for your building. That's it. So some of my notes use that. Um, don't be shy. You can ask me question in the comment. I'll try to explain, and I'll also go into more videos in the future, maybe collab, and craft also. I will only show you how to do the algorithm in a very manual way for you to understand the concept behind it. I haven't found a way to automate all these things yet. Maybe I'll ask my friend to code it in Python, I hope. So see you in the next videos. Thank you for watching.